So which one is better? A battery-powered Ring Video Doorbell 4 or the wired new Ring Video Doorbell Pro 2? Let's find out. Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Well, today we are going to find out which Ring Video Doorbell is better. The new battery-powered wireless Ring Video Doorbell 4 or the also new wired Ring Pro 2. I have individual reviews of these video doorbells which I will link down below if you want to know all the features and the complete review that I have done. Well, I'll tell you that there is really no comparison if you compare a battery-powered camera to a wired or plugged-in one. Anything wired will always come out on top. Now to clarify, you can wire in Ring's battery doorbells like the Ring 4 to your existing doorbell wires. But what it will only do is be able to control your existing doorbell chime and will continuously charge the batteries. It will still not have the wired features of the Pro or the Pro 2. Aside from video quality, which we will compare later on, one big difference between the two types of video doorbells aside from how they are being powered is how soon the camera starts recording. And to explain this, we have to dive in how these cameras detect motion. The Ring Video Doorbell 4, like all other battery-powered video doorbells and security cameras, uses a separate sensor to detect motion. It uses a PIR or passive infrared sensor, which if you look closely on the Ring 4, you will see it on the top area of the doorbell. Battery-powered devices use this because it doesn't need a lot of power for it to work. And when it gets triggered by sensing changes in temperature, it will turn on the camera so as to start recording. So the camera is normally off so as to save power until it gets triggered by the PIR sensor. PIR sensors are pretty reliable in detecting motion, especially if the motion is going across the sensor, because it senses heat movement. But it has a weakness, and that is motion that is going towards or away from the sensor, where it will usually detect late. And I'm pretty sure most of you install your doorbell so it faces out like your front door. And that means anybody going towards your door is also going towards the doorbell. And this is the reason that occasionally you will get footages of people's backsides when they are already walking away, because the doorbell detected the motion late. On the other hand, wired cameras like the Ring Pro 2, the camera themselves are always on, and uses what the camera sees as to motion detection, and depending on the motion zone set and the algorithm used in detecting movement, it will get triggered and start recording when it detects motion. But because it is always on, it has a buffered memory where additional 6 seconds of footage before motion has been detected is added. So you will see the footage before somebody appears in the camera's view. This is an important feature so that you'll be able to see beforehand who is coming to your door. Now, this pre-recording, or what now Ring calls the pre-roll, was added to the Ring 3 Plus battery doorbell last year. Ring used 3 small pinhole cameras which record black and white footage and added 4 seconds of footage before motion has been detected. Now this year, with the new Ring 4, Ring tossed the black and white cameras and just used the main camera sensor but in low power mode, which results in pre-roll that is in color but low quality and has low frame rate and no audio. So you would ask, why not 1080p quality pre-roll like the Ring's wired doorbells? Well, the reasoning for this is battery life. Ring cannot just turn on the camera to buffer 4 to 6 seconds of footage constantly. That will drain the battery pretty fast. So let's check out the video and audio quality between these two video doorbells. But before doing that, since my initial review of the Ring 4, Ring hasn't fixed yet the frame rate issue on the downloaded footage. It is still at 7 frames per second, which when viewing it from the app, it has the normal 15 FPS frame rate. Now, this only happens when you turn on the pre-roll feature. So this is a rendering issue on Ring servers. Check out my original review to learn more about this issue. If you find this video and my other videos helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. And click the bell notification so as to get notified when I upload comparison videos like this video, product reviews, product updates, and long-term reviews. Thank you. Of the Ring Video Doorbell 4.
And this with the HDR or high dynamic range on, and also the pre-roll color feature on. And this is what it looks like when I'm close to the doorbell, and this is what it looks like when I'm close to the door. So this is the video and audio quality of the Ring Video Doorbell Pro 2. And this with the HDR or high dynamic range turned on. And this is what it looks like when I'm close to the doorbell. And this is what it looks like when I'm close to the door. The video quality of the Ring Video Doorbell 4 at night, and this with my front porch lights on, and its infrared LEDs are turned on, and there is no option to turn it off on the app. But this is what it looks like when I'm close to the doorbell, and this is what it looks like when I'm close to the door. So this is the video quality of the Ring Pro 2 at night. And this with my front porch light turned on, my solar motion light is also turned on, and also the infrared LEDs are turned on, and the color night vision is turned on. So this is what it looks like when I'm close to the doorbell, and this is what it looks like when I'm close to the door. So this is the video quality of the Ring Video Doorbell 4 at night, no lights, and its 4 infrared LEDs are turned on. And this is what it looks like when I'm close to the doorbell, and this is what it looks like when I'm close to the door. So this is the video quality of the Ring Pro 2 video doorbell, and this is with no lights, and the color night vision is turned off, and also the infrared LEDs are turned on, and the night vision is on standard mode. So this is what it looks like when I'm close to the doorbell, and this is what it looks like when I'm close to the door.
Now, as to other features like motion notification and doorbell push to notification speed, these two video doorbells have about the same performance, 5 to 7 seconds in motion notifications and little to no delay in doorbell push notifications. But as to cool off or cool down with the Ring Pro 2, as long as the motion persists, the doorbell will continue to record in 1-minute increments, which is the default, and there's no cool off in the recording. But as to notifications, it will only notify you of motion every minute. The recording length can also be adjusted in the app up to 2 minutes per motion event. Compare this to the Ring Video Doorbell 4, and because it is battery powered, Ring tries to balance the recording length and has more settings in its motion detection. But the overall goal of Ring is to minimize the on times of this doorbell so as to conserve battery life. So if you want to set the Ring 4 as to match the wired Ring Pro 2 in its recording length and sensitivity, you have to turn off the advanced motion detection, which in turn you lose the more customizable motion zones. And if you turn on advanced motion detection, and if you just stand in front of the doorbell, which most people do when they're in the front of your door waiting for you to answer, the doorbell thinks motion has stopped, and it will stop recording. Now, what I'm getting at is with Ring's battery doorbells, depending on how you set up the settings, there will be likely more instances that the camera will stop recording even if you are still in the camera's view and not capture the whole motion event. Now, how about the audio quality from the speakers of these video doorbells?
This is the audio quality coming out from the Ring Pro 2. This is the audio quality coming out from the Ring Pro 2. This is the audio quality coming out from the Ring Video Doorbell 4. This is the audio quality coming out from the Ring Video Doorbell 4.
As to the features that the Pro has and the Ring 4 doesn't have is the Alexa greetings, which I think is a cool feature.
Hi, this is Alexa. May I know the purpose of your visit?
Vivint Smart Homes.
Sorry, I cannot help you with that. I can take a message or assist with package delivery. What do you want to do?
That's okay. Never mind.
Both doorbells have the quick responses so as to be able to answer your doorbell with pre-recorded messages.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now. Hi. Please wait. It may take me a moment to answer. We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now. Hi. Please wait. It may take me a moment to answer.
And both of these doorbells integrate pretty well with Amazon Alexa and able to stream the live view automatically when somebody pushes the doorbell. And also you'll be able to start two-way talk. So what do you think, guys? There is a difference in video quality on both doorbells, which the Pro 2 coming out on top because of lesser compression. And I like the 1:1 aspect ratio of the Pro 2, which you will see more head to toe as compared to the traditional 16:9. Performance-wise, the Pro 2 is more reliable in motion detection, and with the 6-second pre-roll, you will get the whole motion event, and even before the person gets in the frame of the camera. With the Ring 4, even if it has the color pre-roll, it is still low quality, and the frame rate is only 7 frames per second, and the pre-roll has no audio. I know a lot of people are wanting battery power or wireless so they have the flexibility of installing the doorbell anywhere. But remember, you're also sacrificing the security part of the doorbell, like how soon it records, how often, and how long it will record the motion event. So wired is the way to go, and if the price of the Pro 2 is a bit too much for your budget, then there is still the older Wired Pro and even the Ring Video Doorbell Wired, which is Ring's cheapest video doorbell. And performance-wise is way better than any of Ring's battery-powered doorbells. If your house is not wired for a doorbell, you can even use an AC power adapter. I'll do a separate video on how to wire wired-only video doorbells even if you don't have existing doorbell wires in my future videos. Any questions? Comment down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.